congratulations. So I'm sure you're going to rock it. So all the best.
लाइव लिंक क्या है मैडम फेसबुक का?
I need to keep my phone on. All right, guys, we're going to be live in just a couple of seconds. That's how I was discussing with author sir. And I will just put my phone on silent so that we don't have anything. All right, and we have the link in the chat box. So all of us can just copy that link to our Facebook so that it will be live on Facebook for us on our profile pages. So that is how we do it, right, author sir?
Yes, absolutely. We are live now on Facebook and we can kickstart the event very much. And I hope Deepti is here. Deepti, are you here? Deepti, Kara, can you please check with Deepti? It's already 10:55 and we have to start. Yeah.
I hope she's not on mute.
Yeah. I think she hasn't joined yet. Kara is checking. Meanwhile, you can chat with everybody and then we will kickstart.
All right, perfect, perfect. So we have about 18 participants and everyone is like dressed up so well. So excited to see everybody. I know Suresh is from Chennai. Anybody else? Who's from Mumbai? Tell me who's from Mumbai. Oh yeah, Kala ma'am. I already know Kala. Hey Kala. I sent you a message on Facebook yesterday. I saw one of your updates, one of your posts, and that was that was a beautiful message. Yeah. How many are from Delhi? Oh, wow. Subhash ji apna, Chandra ji apna dono haath utha rahe hain. So I'm going to count it as 2 people. Hai na? You're too so excited. So where are you from, Indu ma'am?
I'm on mute. Yeah, I belong to Kashmir and it's been a time while I have been in Delhi. But yeah, in fact, roots are from Kashmir. I was in Kashmir for quite a time. And then after the terrorism started, we had to move. So you can say I belong to Delhi at present.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you're living in Delhi, then yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I think we can start. So A very, very warm welcome to you all to the online international Impromptu. This is our season 4, and we are so blessed, so fortunate to have you all here. It is said that the human brain starts working as soon as you are born, and it continues and never stops until you stand up to speak in public. So that's an appreciation for each one of you, because a lot of people think and say, and there's also a saying that goes like this, that death could be the second fear and the first one is going to be public speaking. So yeah, kudos to you all to understand and acknowledge the importance of this skill and to learn it and to be a part of this community. We are absolutely excited to have you guys here on a Sunday morning. We thank you for your dedication, for your commitment to be here and to enjoy with us and have this beautiful journey with us. I am April Strong. I am your talk show. I'm a talk show host with the Strong Human Network. I love anchoring. I've loved hosting events for a really long time. I've always done it. And I am a career acceleration coach. Very passionate about it. I specifically and mainly work with working women professionals, and I help them scale up the corporate ladder so they can 10x their personal and professional successes. Okay, so let me just check if we have Deepti today.
Yes, she's here.
All right, perfect. So before we start, let us set the stage on fire with a little performance by Deepti Negi. Deepti, can you please take over? I request everybody else to mute themselves so that we don't disturb other people.
You're on mute, Deepti.
Hello, Deepti, you're still on mute. I think she's setting something up before she wants to unmute herself. Are you ready to unmute, Deepti? I don't see her on my screen. Okay, she's here.
Deepti, are you there? Say something. We are unable to hear you. Yeah, I think so. At your end, some problem is there. Are you able to unmute yourself? Seems you are not able to unmute yourself. We are trying it from here also. You just check at your end, please. April, meanwhile, I request you to continue with the introduction part and start with the introduction. And once Deepti is back, we can resume her with her performance. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So we are going to do that. We'll just wait a little bit for Deepti's performance. So before that, let's just talk about MS Talks. MS Talks India, which is the brainchild of author Sherry, has provided a public speaking platform to so many people. It has provided a public speaking platform to more than 35,000 people. As a community, we feel extremely blessed and humbled and proud to have trained over 20,000 public speakers across the globe, to have held 400 plus offline and online events in the last 8 years. Today, MS Talks is a global community of 2.5 lakh public speakers. Something more about us. It is a time-tested philosophy that anything done consistently becomes a habit, and habits make a person. What you believe is what you achieve. A speech is an expression of your belief. MS Talks is here to help people develop the habit of public speaking, remove their stage fright. It encourages common man to inspire the world with the power of public speaking, with the power of storytelling. Stories is what connects us. It reminds us that we are more alike than we are unlike. And hence, at MS Talks, we believe in encouraging everyone to share their personal story with the world. The Online International Impromptu Speaking Championship 2022 Season 4. Here, MS Talks aims to unleash your hidden potential with this international platform where you can promote yourself as a public speaker. So what does impromptu really mean? Impromptu simply means speech delivered without being planned or rehearsed. This skill will take you to another level. It will definitely open a lot of opportunities. And as you know, we've already discussed, these are going to be regular topics, and these are going to be absolutely something that you're going to enjoy doing. So I hope, and I would request you that hear the other participants as well. Don't be nervous, or don't just keep waiting for your turn. Listen to them, because there's so much we can learn from others. That's what I'm here to do as well, to get inspired by each one of you. Author Sherry is a renowned international public speaking coach, TEDx speakers coach in India, who has been into full-time professional speaking, public speaking, training and coaching, and consulting business for more than a decade. So yeah, that's what it is. And now I would request, first let's have a huge round of applause for MS Talks, please. And now we can, if you can unmute, that's a great thing. If you can't, I would just, get your applaud even otherwise. Thank you guys. All right, so now I would love to felicitate and thank our juries. First, I'd like to felicitate our first honorable jury for today. Let's start with a gorgeous lady here, Indu Tikku Kohli. Indu ji is a holistic wellness coach, a pageant groomer, a lyricist, a composer, and a singer. A writer and a columnist by profession. She has been working towards women empowerment and child education for the last 2 decades. Her work is absolutely phenomenal. We are here very proud to have you with us, Indu ma'am, and please accept our token of love and appreciation.
Thank you, Indu. Thank you, Indu, for taking out your precious time. And it's indeed a pleasure that you are with us. Please say something to the participants.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you, Author Sherry. Thank you, April. And thank you to the entire team of MS Talks for having me over. What an exuberant Sunday morning. I mean, I can say that. And I would like to say that, the human communication has started around 100,000 years back. And we are still evolving when it comes to speaking in public. And hats off to Author Sherry. He's been playing an instrumental role in giving wings to so many people. And today is not a different day. Breaking their inhibitions, letting them come out of their shells, speaking their mind, their heart out. And to all you contestants, equally, kudos to all of you to have initiated and, volunteered yourself to be a part today. I know it's not an easy job. And yes, a message to you all, the contestants, the tool that you're going to use today, your speaking skills, it's such a powerful tool. It can not only bring a change in one individual's life, but it can prove to be a revolution for a society. So use this tool mindfully, use this tool wisely, keeping all the protocols in mind. Just don't think about anything else and give it your best shot. All the best to everyone.
That was amazing, ma'am.
Thank you.
I loved how you, emphasize the importance of words and what it could do in someone's life. So yeah, thank you for that. And now I would like to felicitate our second honorable jury for today, Mr. Chandra Sharma. Mr. Chandra Sharma is a speaker, a trainer, a coach, an enabler, and a culture builder. He's the founder, CEO of the Karmic Tree. The Karmic Tree is one of the fastest growing management consulting and corporate training organization in the country. It employs 4 full-time trainers and 30 adjunct trainers. They have a unique training system that focuses on competencies, skills, and attitudes. Sir, please accept our token of love and appreciation.
Thank you, Chandraji, for taking out your precious time. It's indeed an honor for us that you are here as a jury. Thank you once again, and please say something to all the participants.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just waiting for the microphone to be put to me. Thank you so very much, lovely people. Warm welcome to all of you. MS Talk coming to this platform is like coming home, seriously. Such a wonderful family, such beautiful people, Author Sherry, Kara, Subhashji. There's so much of love and warmth that you get here with these people. You know what? When we wake up every morning, the WhatsApp sends you, I think, about 5 to 7 beautiful quotations on motivation and everything. Motivation is short-lived. If you need to get inspired by someone, that's Author Sherry right here on this forum today. A phenomenal guy who's so inspiring, and he's actually inspired and moved people, transformed people into change. So congratulations, MS Talk, and congratulations, Sherry, for this wonderful dream that we are all living with you.
Thank you.
I look forward to many, many more years with this forum, with this family. Love you all and take good care. And of course, God bless. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you very much. I request Subhashji to please stay on mute. I think some problem at your end. The voice is echoing. Subhash Sharmaji, kindly be on mute. Yeah, over to you, April. And our performer is ready. And
Yes.
our Neil Davidji is also ready. So let's felicitate Neil Davidji first, and then we can invite the singer. Yeah, thank you.
All right, perfect, perfect. All right, so now it is time to felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. Neil David Katwal. Hello, sir. I didn't get an opportunity to say hello to you earlier. That's why I'm just waving at you now. Mr. Neil David Katwal is an international fashion icon and a renowned celebrity hairstylist. He is the first person to attain the international fame as a hairstylist from Nepal who created haircut on records with razors and scissors blindfolded. I'm sure a lot of people don't know this about him. He is now a popular unisex salon brand with over 70 plus franchisees spread across India and Nepal. We're so glad to have you, sir. Please accept our token of love.
Thank you, Neil David Katwalji, for always supporting MS Talk. It's been a wonderful collaboration with you, and we're looking forward for a long-term endeavors working with you. Please say something about what you do and what all work you have done in the past couple of years in India. Neil David Katwal. Neil, are you here? Seems he was here, but I think he's locked out now due to some issues. You may please resume and we can invite him in between. Yeah.
Sure, Author Sherry, sir. So I think can we have our performance now, maybe?
Yes.
Would you suggest that? Okay. Hey, Deepthi, are you here? I want you to unmute yourself and tell me that, yes, you are here.
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hi, Deepthi. Thank you so much for being here and helping us set the stage ready for everybody else to speak.
Thank you for inviting me, and it's great to join you, everyone, like in here.
Awesome. So now I'm going to mute myself. I request everybody else also to do the same, and we just have Deepthi start.
Hi, so my name is Deepthi. I'm performing a song called I Won't Lie. So it's my original composition. So hope you guys like it. Let's untangle the thoughts I've been thinking for a while. Let's quiet for a while, but not being shy. And Let's unwrap the gifts. Once we go hard, we live like it's pretending, being a house and dying. I won't lie. I won't lie. Let's untangle the thoughts I've been thinking for a while. Let's quiet for a while, but not being shy and dying. I won't lie, yeah, 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 yeah. I won't lie, yeah, 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 yeah. Let's unwrap the gifts. Once we go hard, we live like it's pretending, being a house and dying. Yeah, I won't lie and dying. Yeah, I won't lie. Let's hold each other's hands, even if there's no reason, cause we're 1,001, we're same as believers in dying. Yeah, I won't lie, yeah, 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 I won't lie, yeah, 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 yeah. Let's untangle the thoughts I've been thinking for a while. Let's quiet for a while, but not being shy and dying. I won't lie. So, this
Thank
is
you,
my
Dipti.
welcome. Thank you
Wonderful.
so much for inviting.
Thank you so much, Dipti. Over to you, April.
Dipti, that was wonderful. How many songs have you composed?
I think about 10 to 12. I have lots of, but there are few songs which are totally ready to, produce, and I'm about to release my album also. So, wish me luck, I would say that on that.
All the very best.
Oh my God, God bless you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
That's amazing. Indu ji here is also a lyricist, and I'm hoping अगर उनका mood बने तो थोड़ा कुछ गा के सुना दे हमें वो भी.
बिल्कुल.
But yeah, Dipti, that was amazing. Indu ji, do you want to say something?
You want me to sing?
Yeah, perfect. Yes, I would love for you to sing.
Okay. These public speaking platforms always gave me these shocks and surprises. I am in a different avatar, and you guys always give me that mic for singing. But yeah, more than welcome, because I love singing. So I'll just hum few lines. ये hope जो एक word है, उम्मीद जो एक word है, उसके ऊपर कुछ एक motivating lines हैं from a very beautiful movie, 1942, A Love Story. So okay, here we go. दिल ना उम्मीद तो नहीं, नाकाम ही तो है, लंबी है गम की शाम मगर शाम ही तो है, ये सफर बहुत है कठिन मगर ना उदास हो मेरे हम सफर, ये सफर बहुत है कठिन मगर ना उदास हो मेरे हम सफर. Thank you. I think that would be all.
Oh my
Awesome.
God, that was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I would love for Author Sherry sir to felicitate Deepti Negi for being here, for setting the stage for us.
Thank you, Deepti. That was a wonderful performance, and I wish you good luck for your upcoming album. You have always amazed me with the way you sing on guitar. And I remember the first time when we met on a TEDx platform where I saw you singing for the very first time. And I still those have tunes always running in my mind. So thank you very much for taking out the time. It was wonderful to listen to you.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
God bless
Thanks.
you. God bless you. All the best. Over to you, April.
Yes, thank you, Dipti, and thank you, Indu, ma'am. Both of you, while you were singing, I could see that everybody was humming and, they were just so excited. The whole vibe in the room definitely changed. So, yeah, thank you for that. And okay, now I can see that Neil sir is already here, and I'm so excited to see him. So, Neil sir is our guest of honor. Thank you, sir, for being with us today, for taking out your valuable time and, gracing this occasion with your presence. Neil David Katwal is an international fashion icon and a renowned celebrity hairstylist. Mr. Neil David Katwal is the first person to attain the international fame as a hairstylist from Nepal, he also created haircut records with razor and scissors blindfolded. Neil David he has a salon, and it's a popular unisex hair salon brand with over 70 plus franchisees spread across in Nepal and in India. I would love for Sherry sir to felicitate him with a token of love and appreciation.
All right, Neil, are you here? Say hi or something. Say hi, hello.
Hi, hello.
Oh, lovely. Great. So thank you very much for taking out your precious time. I know you are very busy, and it's been great seeing your journey. You are an inspiration to many people and a very, very potential story of rags to riches. So thank you very much for taking out the time. And please accept my heartfelt gratitude and this e-certificate. Thank you for taking out the time, and please say a few words about your group, about the work you're doing and the work you have done in the last couple of years in India. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Author Sharisha. It's always my pleasure to be in this MS Stuck platform, which has been.
So you are a little less audible. Can you fix your mic a little bit, maybe?
Can you hear me right now?
Slightly better.
Slightly better. I don't know. I'm inside my like office cabin, so might be some internet.
Okay.
क्या कर रहे हैं अनु?
That's-
क्या कर रही हो?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
इधर
Okay.
I think somebody needs to. Okay.
Now it's okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, let me thank MS Talk, who has given always me the platform and a motivation to me for the next level, and seeing you all like myself going towards a big brand. And first of all, I am so much motivated by the song just now. Indu ma'am sang the song "Ye Safar Bahut Kathin Hai Magar." When I was to get a low in my life, I was to listen this song 100 times all over the night. So this is one of my best song to take me overcome from all the upset down and everything. And about MS Duck, when I was in Delhi in September 2019, I think, and then I stood the first time in the MS Duck platform to share my story, my journey and everything. After coming that, my life has changed. I start to get more encourage myself, more focused on my target, my dream and everything. And more, Author Seri has always been my good brother, friend, and more ever mentor for me. So, so about me, I start my journey from a small village of Nepal. It's called Lakshmipur, where there was no electricity also. रात के अंधेरा था, मेरे पिताजी मम्मी सिर्फ सिंपल सा किसान थे, लेकिन मैं एक फैशन की दुनिया में आने के लिए ड्रीम कर रहा था. हेलो, या तो मेरे मम्मी पापा सिंपल सा किसान था और मैं फैशन की दुनिया में जाने के लिए ड्रीम कर रहा था. लेकिन फैशन के दुनिया मेरे से बहुत दूर था। फिर मैं कोशिश करता रहा, काठमांडू के ताम झाम में जाके अपने किस्मत आजमाता रहा। मैं 7 बार एब्रॉड स्टडी के लिए मेरा वीजा रिजेक्ट हुआ था, फिर भी मैंने हिम्मत नहीं हारा। ड्यू टू लव ऑफ माय पेरेंट्स, सपोर्ट ऑफ माय पेरेंट्स एंड माय well-wisher and my godfather, British citizen David Vinell from UK, who pulled me all the way from all those my upside down, my pain and everything. तो मैंने दिल्ली, थाईलैंड, सिंगापुर एंड लंदन में ट्रेनिंग किया हेयर स्टाइलिंग का। तो उसके बाद मैंने एक छोटा सा सैलून खोला था नेपाल में 250 स्क्वायर फीट का। तो आज सबका प्यार ने मुझे, आई ऑलवेज बीन लाइक almost 75 plus franchise outlet in India and Nepal, and more than 10 to 15 outlets are on pipeline to be launched within this few months. So अभी मैंने 4 स्टेट के लिए साइन किया इंडिया में भी। कलकत्ता में ऑफिस खुला है मेरा बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट पार्टनर ने। हैदराबाद में मैंने बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट पार्टनर ने अभी साइन किया है। मैं बैंगलोर उड़ रहा हूँ कुछ दिन के बाद में, वो भी एक फ्रेंचाइज कंपनी के साथ साइन करने के लिए। तो इंडिया ने मुझे इतना एक्सपोज कर दिया है कि मैंने मेरे लिए जरिया नहीं, मैंने बहुत सारे के लिए लाइक मैं अंडर प्रिविलेज चिल्ड्रेन का भी मैं फ्री में ट्रेनिंग कराता हूँ हेयर एंड ब्यूटी का, तो उनको भी जॉब प्लेसमेंट देता हूँ। तो उसके साथ साथ अभी मैं बिजनेस ग्रोथ करना चाहता हूँ ताकि मैं बहुत सारे इन्वेस्टर्स को राइट वे टू इन्वेस्ट इन द बिजनेस टू बी द एंटरप्रेन्योर। क्योंकि मिस्टेकली रॉन्ग इन्वेस्ट हो जाता है, तो हम लोग उनको प्रॉपर गाइडेंस करते हैं कि यस यू हैव टू इन्वेस्ट दिस वे, दिस वी कैन हेल्प यू। तो हमारा ब्रांड इस तरह से चलता है कि हम लोग उनको स्क्रैच से हेल्प करते हैं कि व्हाट इज सलून इंडस्ट्री, हाउ वी हैव टू मेंटेन द सलून, हाउ वी हैव टू ग्रो द सलून, how we have to maintain from software to hospitality to the staffing, everything we will, our Neil David's team will guide them. So this is the strength of Neil David's, taking a brand level one by one to next level. अभी हम इंडिया में तो अभी लाइक ग्रो ही हो रहे हैं हम लोग। अभी इंडिया बहुत बड़ा है, फिर भी यहाँ के लोगों ने मुझे बहुत प्यार दिया है। कभी नहीं बोला कि ये नेपाल से आए बंदा को आगे बढ़ने मत दो। तो ये सैलून इंडस्ट्री में अभी मैं दिल्ली के साइड में, मेरा दिल्ली में भी था, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली लॉकडाउन के कारण हमने वो फ्रेंचाइज आउटलेट शट डाउन करना पड़ा। फिर भी अभी 2-3 इन्वेस्टर से बात चल रहा है, हो सके हम जल्दी दिल्ली आके आप लोग को भी और सुंदर बनाने का काम कर सके तो और मजा आएगा। तो डेफिनेटली मेरा भी विलिंग है, और शेरी सर से जुड़ते रहना, दिल्ली में आते रहना, और मेरा सैलून भी हो गया तो और मजा आएगा कि हम साथ में हेयर स्टाइलिंग भी करें, मेकअप भी करें, और चाय साय भी पिए, कॉफी भी पिए।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सर, एंड आवर बेस्ट विशेस विद यू that soon you are going to have multiple outlets here in Delhi also. And you are doing wonderful, amazing work.
Thank you, and it's been nice being to here and giving the opportunity to me express my few words. And thank you. I will be let soon in.
Thank you, Neil David Katwalji, for always your association with MS Talks. It's always a pleasure. Thank you. Over to you, April.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you, entire team of MS Talk. And thank you.
नील, अब आवाज बहुत बढ़िया हो गई। कुछ जादू वादू किया क्या तुमने?
नहीं, फोन आ रहा था, तो सुरेन का फोन आ रहा था, मैंने कट कर दिया तो आवाज ज्यादा आ गया।
अब आवाज बहुत बढ़िया होगी, ब्रदर।
And I especially thanks Kara ma'am, who is always being motivating us also, and the campaign of like man अतर शेरी सर का कैंपेन हमेशा साथ देखता हूँ, बहुत अच्छा लगता है कारा मैम का, क्योंकि इतना सपोर्ट करती है तो हमें भी बहुत एनर्जी मिलता है। तो डेफिनेटली विल हैव अ बिग आउटलेट इन दिल्ली सून, एंड देन वी कैन रॉक अप।
और 9 अप्रैल को मिल रहे हैं हम स्टोरी टेलिंग चैंपियनशिप में।
Sure, I'm waiting for that day.
Perfect, awesome. Over to you, April. Thank you.
Thank you, entire team of MS Talk, and thank you everybody. Thank you very much.
Awesome, sir. Your story is so inspiring. And that's like an example that nothing can define you other than your hard work and your purpose. That's amazing. I'm like आप दिल्ली सिर्फ नहीं, मुंबई ने भी कुछ खराब नहीं किया है, बाकी सिटीज भी हैं, हम बहुत लोग बहुत जगह स्प्रेड आउट हैं, तो आप किसी से भी मिल सकते हैं। Your story is going to be exciting and inspiring for all of us. Thank you for being with us today. Now I would love to welcome Advocate Subhash Sharma sir, who is also on our advisory board of MS Talks. He is a Josh Talks speaker and a social activist. And I would love for Sherry sir to felicitate him with our token of love and appreciation.
Thank you, Subhashi, for always being a very strong pillar and support to MS Talks. आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? Please, over to you. I guess आपका mic mute पर है शायद से. नहीं, हम सुन नहीं पा रहे आपको. आपका mic mute पर है. कुछ इश्यूज है शायद ऑडियो के आपके. हाँ जी, बिल्कुल.
Is it clear now?
बिल्कुल क्लियर है
Yes,
सर.
sir.
कंटिन्यू
Yes,
कीजिए.
sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग.
Good morning to everyone. Welcome to all the participants and our jury members and our very sweet, yet strong anchor. All welcome. And I
Thank
hope
you.
this is a very, very fantastic session of Impromptu Public Speaking 2022 under the guidance of Arthur Cherry, who is the pillar of MS Talk. And I'm fortunate to work with him for the last 5 years, to learn many things, to have friends all over India, to learn from every speaker, and to have great knowledge and development of my own thinking. So I don't want to say anything more, just my best wishes to all the participants and my thanks to the jury members, because their work is very, very tough, particularly when they are offline. When they're online, they can't see anything, but they have to mark numbers. So all my best wishes. Once again, my thanks to Arthur Cherry for spreading this knowledge all over India, even during the COVID period. He has done marvelous things, as you have already explained in your open words. He has done so many sessions, so many meetings he has taken. All my best wishes. May God bless him, and like that he should shine, and he should fulfill his oath that by 2030 he has to create 1 million public speakers all over the world. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, sir, that is आपकी energy. I can feel it. It is just so contagious. आप, मैं बता रही हूँ, आपको माइक की जरूरत ही नहीं है. आप तो ऐसे ही बोल दो, मेरे को मुंबई में वैसे सुनाई देने वाली है. And yeah, these beautiful smiles, it's amazing. Yeah, I love that energy, and I can see that true emotion in you for MS Talks, for Arthur Cherry sir. Yeah, amazing. So that brings me to the next point, which is now it is time for the man himself, Arthur Cherry sir. And let me tell you a little bit about him. Not that you guys don't know, you guys know a lot more because you've been associated with him for a really long time. But yeah, let's have a reminder about him. Arthur Cherry has been working as a renowned international public speaking coach, a professional keynote speaker, mentor, and a TEDx speakers coach. And he's been working on a mission to create 1 million public speakers in India by 2030. Arthur Cherry is a 9 times international TEDx speaker, 4 times Josh Talks speaker, an author of international bestsellers. He belongs to a family of 4 generations of authors. His daughter was awarded with the Youngest Author of India award because she has published her book at the age of 8 years. His wife, his father, and of course he himself, all are published authors. Through MS Talks India, a national platform, he has created an ecosystem to promote presentation literacy, public speaking. Arthur Cherry, as I told you, is on a mission to create 1 million speakers in India by 2030, and you are a part of that million community. So thank you guys and congratulations. And now I would love for Arthur Cherry sir to speak a few words on this occasion.
Thank you, April, for such a wonderful introduction. It's always a pleasure. And as I said, as I say always, that the entire public speaking industry is going to vouch out for what we are doing in terms of the championships which we have been doing for past few years to give platform to people. And firstly, I would like to thank the honorable jury, Indu Koliji and Chandraji, for taking out their precious time and giving this opportunity to everybody to have their judgments across. And then at the same time, I think these kind of platforms really help all the people in general to understand what public speaking is all about. And this particular art of speaking with impromptu is always close to my heart. And that's how I've curated this idea. So today we are at season 4, and I'm gratified that every time we invite people, and there are a lot of people who are supporting us and taking out the time to share their journey through their stories, ideas, and experiences. Looking forward for today's memorable day at this online championship, and looking forward to each participant's speeches, and all the very best to everybody. And now I would like to quickly cover a couple of segments. Firstly, I would like to invite the anchor of the day, which is April Strong. So April Strong is our host for the day, and she is a career acceleration coach, a corporate trainer, and a wonderful human being. And it's been a very small association so far, but now seems that it's going to be a long term. So thank you very much, April, for hosting this show today. And so far, so good. A lot of energy through you.
Thank you so much. It has always been a pleasure. Like you said, it's we've known each other for a little time, but yeah, I'm so inspired, and the vibe that I get from you every time I talk to you, even for a 5-minute conversation, your humility and the kind of person you are, that really gets me more and more attached to you. Thank you for being you.
Thank you so much, April, and please accept my heartfelt gratitude and this certificate of appreciation, which you truly deserve.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Very much honored.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to share quickly about today's championship format. So as you know that these score parameters are there. We have already shared this in the boot camp. Soft skill, non-verbal skills, content score, presentation skills, and impromptu expertise. These are the parameters on which the jury will be judging you upon. And then these are the titles: best soft skills, best content, best presentation, overall champion, founder's choice, winner, first and second runner-up. So this is a very, very quick overview of what we are going to do today. And that's all from my side. And before I go, I would like to play a small video of our upcoming championship. As you all know that now things have relieved a bit, especially in Delhi NCR and in many states rather. And we have seen some great changes. People are recovering, and things have been starting getting normal now. So keeping all those things in mind, we have started this offline championship of storytelling, because on 18th of March, many of you don't know, but I'm from this industry. Maybe Chandra sir and Induji knows it, or Subhashi knows it, or April knows it, that 18th of March is World Storytelling Day. So dedicating this entire competition and championship to National Storytelling Championship. And here is a quick promo of that. And I'm inviting everybody who would like to share their real story. अगर आपको अपनी असली कहानी दुनिया तक पहुंचानी है, ये प्लेटफॉर्म आपके लिए है। सुल्तान को सलामी पेश की जाए। Thank you very much for giving your precious time. And one more thing I would like to reiterate is we have tied up with one of the national newspaper, Soch India, और जितने भी participants इस event में आएंगे, top 10 stories will be a part of that newspaper, and you are going to receive that hard copy at your residence. So imagine that feeling when your real story is printed in the national news daily and it's being couriered to you and you receive it, your family watches it in the newspaper. That's always a dream for most of us. And trust me, it is a feeling beyond imagination. I'm telling you that. And we have given the same feeling when we did Bolega Bharat Championship 2 years back in the lockdown, and people were amazed with the gesture. I'm looking forward to have many more memories being created with you. And thank you very much once again. All the very best. I'm looking forward to your performances today. Over to you, April.
Perfect, sir. Thank you so much. And now let us start with our championship. And all the best to everyone. I hope you all are excited. Keep your videos on, stay tuned, listen to everybody else also. It's impromptu, so no matter how much you try, you still can't really prepare for your speech. So that's a good part. And so now the first thing I would like to do is I would, so should I inform the person's name first, the participant's name, and then have the jury?
Yeah. So now one by one, you can invite the speakers, and before you invite the speaker, you can invite one of the jury alternatively.
Okay.
So the jury will come on the screen, give the topic to the participant. And so firstly, you invite the speaker, then you invite the jury, and this is how you will follow the trail. And then you can ask them to say something. And then timer is also there. So a 4-minute maximum window is there for each speaker. And after 3 minutes, you will get a reminder, 1 minute left. Yeah.
Perfect. So Atushari sir has already explained about the timing. Now let us start. Our first speaker for today is Super Suresh from Chennai. Hello, Super Suresh from Chennai. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, good morning to everyone.
All right, now I would love Indu ma'am to please give him a topic for today.
Hi, Super Suresh. I think this is the second time we are meeting, right?
Yes, you are right.
So,
thank you.
So all set?
Yes, and I never expected that my name will be the first. I was just...
Okay. So you're all set to be the winner again today?
Yes, always. We are a winner by ourselves.
Awesome. So I think this will, excite you. This question is, you're going to love this question.
Thank you.
If you win this championship today, all right, so how are you going to use this achievement ahead in your life? That's my question.
Thank you. I always believe that my success is not my success alone, because I'm a great inspiration for many people in Tamil Nadu, because many people know that my family background, we were not so rich and my parents were not able to make me to study in a good school, but even they decided that we have to anyhow sacrifice something and make our son to study in a matriculation school. And from there, my career started, because I started to work when I was studying just 6th standard. When I was studying 6th standard, in the evening, I used to do water pedaling to bring water from one place to other place. And that's how I showed people that when you want to achieve greatness in your life, you need to work hard, get into the grounds. And from that time, I believe that speaking was a great energy which someone has to share with anyone. At the time, I was not having anything to buy, but I considered my voice toolbox. This particular throat is the greatest energy that it can share a great story to the world. And now, by God's grace, I got this mic. So I'm giving this mic to any student who come to my class. Give them this opportunity. Speak. Speaking is the greatest energy which one can have. For example, if you want to be a real hero, you don't need to have a luxurious spectacles. You need to be in this moment. To be a hero, you have to be here in this world. That is what I tell them. If you want to share something, you have to come out of your fear, come out of your comfort zone. Your success is not just your success. My dear brother and sister, I tell them, my dear brother and my dear sister, your success is not your success. Your parents' success, your relatives' success, your community success. If I'm going to win this championship today, it is not my success. It's the success of everyone who knows me, because each and every one had stood behind me. And I really thank my mentor, the great energy, Otto Sherry brother, for being with me and taught me many amazing things for life. To unlock myself, I was searching for the key outside, but later I recognized and realized that the lock is within me, and a lock comes with the key. I don't need to search for the key somewhere out. So I realized that my key is within me, and I unlocked my heart and started to not think from here, started to do something from here, because feelings, heart never lie. Heart do something to see the great energy in someone's life. For example, to highlight a word in a notebook, we use this kind of highlighters. But to emphasize something strongly, you need to use your voice box, which can be the greatest emphasis, which you can power on some energy to someone and make them to feel that if this boy can able to do it, definitely I can do it. My success is not just my success. My success is the success of everyone who think to speak out their real energy to someone and make them to really see that they are also a super awesome energy. Stay super blessed, my dear super awesome energies. Oh.
Oh my God, Super Suresh, you're definitely super, and your energy was like everywhere, all over the place. Thank you so much. Okay, so now I would have the next speaker with us, Richie Curtoch from Chandigarh. Richie, are you here?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning,
everyone.
Awesome, Richie. So I would now invite Chandra sir to please give her a topic.
Yeah, thanks, April. Hi, Richu. Nice to see you. And you're from the city beautiful, aren't you?
Thank you so much, sir.
That's the second name for Chandigarh. Actually, it's called the city beautiful.
Yes.
And so proud of having the place so many times. Wonderful. Richu, what's on your mind today? When you woke up this morning, what was in your mind? What is the first thing that you did?
Well, today we are going for a small vacation. So the very first thing in my mind that I have to pack up everything because I have a flight in 1.5 hours. So I have to ensure that before joining in, then my bag is packed, my kids are ready, they all had their breakfast. So that was all in my mind in the today morning.
What do you see in my hand?
Toothbrush. Yes.
If you had to brush up something in your life, what that can be? I would brush this in my life. Over to you.
Your time starts now, Richie.
Well, if I sum up my last 9 to 10 years in front of me, so I will say that I would brush up my managing skills. I would brush up my learning skills, because since I have stepped into this motherhood journey, I have messed up a lot of things. I messed up with myself. I messed up with my routine. I messed up with everything. Every new day, I always feel कि मुझे ये चीजें मैं और अच्छे से कर सकती थी, मेरी मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स इतनी अच्छी नहीं है. I wanted to continue with my career, but somewhere I was afraid that I would not be able to manage my home, my kids and my career all together. So I quitted my well settled career after becoming a mother. So someday like today I feel that अगर मैंने उस टाइम पे एक अपना मैनेजमेंट स्किल और अपना एक कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल अगर मेंटेन करा होता, तो today I will be enjoying everything together. And today I am working on that skill also. I'm trying along with my motherhood journey, I am trying to working on myself as well. I'm trying to brush up that managing skill so that I can manage my kids, my home and my career as well. So this is what I'm doing these days. In fact, I will share a very, I will confess one very honest thing today. 2 years ago, I started my career in public speaking field. I met with author Sherry sir. I got so inspired. I said, sir, I will do my best. I will give my best. But last year, unfortunately, I had corona and my health काफी मेरा skip out हो गया था. And Author Sherry sir said that Richie, you can do it. Don't worry. Health issues चलते रहेंगे, बच्चे भी चलते रहेंगे, but do not quit your, do not take leverage on your public speaking journey because you are doing really good. But again, I messed up. I quitted that field. I felt really bad. It's been like 6 months now. Every day, every single day, I think about that, that statement, जो words sir ने मुझे बोले थे कि Richie, you can do it. And again, I messed up. Then now in this 2022, I promised myself that yes, now I will not mess up. I will try not to mess up. I will brush up my managing skill. I can do it. For a mother, it is not impossible to give up on anything. If I can manage my 2 kids, if I can manage their studies, if I can manage the cooking, I can manage the home, I can manage myself as well. I can manage my love, my aspiration, my career as well. So this is what I am aspiring to do in my coming life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Richu. I'm sure there must have been a little of mixed emotions, and I'm sure
Yes.
you will do great. Your story resonates with a lot of people, a lot of women. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you so much.
All right. And we would love to thank our co-sponsor and media partners for your association with MS Talks. And so thank you to Neil David's Salon. And now let's have the next speaker, Haritosh Srivastav. Can you please unmute yourself, Haritosh?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Okay, so now I would request Indu ma'am to give him a topic, please.
Yeah. Hi, Haritosh. Welcome to this
Morning, ma'am.
platform. How excited are you?
I am super excited.
Okay. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much.
So we normally say life is about, a purpose. And we also say life is just about living. All right. So these are two different things. So
Right.
what is your take on this? Can you just give us your viewpoint on this topic?
Thank you. Very good morning to everyone. How do you start your day? What?
Haritosh, just to interrupt, so your time starts now. Yeah.
Thank you for that interruption. We all come here. We all have one thing, which is common. Can you guess what is that? It's the breathing, right? If you're not breathing, we are not living. But how do you make sure that for the time, the limited time that we have here, last for you? Can you just live? We all live, we study, we do the job, and then maybe plan to retire, maybe with a lot of money. But do you think when you are on that deathbed, maybe 70, 80, 90 years, maybe you're taking those last breaths, would you really remember all the books that you have read? Would you remember all the reports, the presentation that you have given? Would you really remember all the travel, all the adventures that you have given? Probably not. What you might remember is how you have helped people, how you have helped them realize their potential, how that one person, even if you help one person in life, how he's going to remember you even when you are not there. And if we remember that one sentence, don't you think it will drive our purpose? So we can always live, we can do job, we can do all the work, but unless until we have a purpose, probably we'll be not living true to our potential. I'm probably the only one here who have least interacted with all of you, but I've been really learning a lot about author Seri. But do you think if you take out the mission of making 1 million public speakers by 2030 out of author Seri, would he be that happy? Would he be that content? Probably not. So we can always live without a purpose. But if you want to truly, truly live, we want to make a mark on people's life. If you want people to remember long after you're gone, you need to have a purpose. And you know, the key is not having a purpose for yourself. Yes, Super Sureji, thank you for showing the key. The key is not to having the purpose for yourself, is the purpose for the larger good. Purpose for the community, purpose for the nation, purpose for the world. And if we can find that purpose, I think rest all will take in place. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I wish you all the best. Please go ahead, find your potential, live your dream, and help the community. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Haritosh. And guys, everybody, I want you to put your comments in the chat box as the speakers speak, or at least once they're done. So, you know, this is so difficult to speak impromptu, suddenly given a topic, and sometimes you might not even like the topic, but you can't help it, right? So yeah, thank you for that. Just keep doing that, and that would be wonderful. We would love to hear your comments, and we're all watching it. Now let's have our next speaker, Kavita Mishra from New Delhi, please. Kavita, please unmute yourself so I can see you.
Hear me?
Yes, perfect. Thank you for
Good morning to everyone.
Yes, absolutely. So now I request Chandra sir to please give Kavita a topic.
Hey Kavita, how are you? Kavita, can you hear me? Okay, you're on mute, Kavita. You'll have to please unmute yourself.
Sorry, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your smile is very infectious, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
And take
Thanks
it
a
as a
lot.
compliment. Take it as a compliment from my side.
Thank you, sir.
Fantastic. What you see in my hand is a luxury pen from Cross.
Okay.
You know the brand Cross?
Yeah. I heard.
If you were to write something to your self, which is your 10-year younger self, what would you write? What would you write to your 10-year younger self? I'm not asking you a date at all. I'm not asking your age. I'm saying, what would you write with this Cross pen to your younger self? I will write to my younger self, which is 10 years, this.
Okay, Kavita, your time starts now.
Thank you, sir, for giving me such a nice topic, and which is very much dear to me, because I will write definitely to 10 years younger to me, if somebody is, or to me, that believe in your dreams. Because when I was young and I was in a small city, Jhansi, and born in a farmer family, and in a Bundelkhand region where it is very difficult for a girl to dream and to think about her career, to live independently and to believe in herself, because everyone says that Modi ko padha ke ka karna hai. Because in Bundelkhandi we say like you have to just get married when you are at a right age. And my father, who was a very much like believed in me, in some kind of supported me. My grandfather, who is still a farmer, he used to say that it is not needed for you to help and support your daughter to get good education. And I believed in my dreams at that time also, and still I'm pursuing it. And I keep telling me myself daily that, Kavita, don't give up, because you are still on your journey. You are still on your journey to find your purpose, to find the right mission, what you wanted. Because I always wanted to be independent, to be financially independent, so that I can pay for my education, for my, I started my career very early, like at the age of 20. And I want to get rid of all the problems that I used to see: domestic violence, dowry system in our family, and even my relatives, my aunts, they were not had a right education. My aunt, she died of tuberculosis. My grandmother, she died of many problems that I've seen very closely. And like where I studied in a Hindi medium school, and I further tried my hard to get myself educated, and I studied and I did my MBA. I traveled to more than 20 countries, and still I'm on a dream, I am on a mission that I will not give up. I will share my story. I will believe on myself. Like I participated in Mrs. India World, because many people told me that at the time when I was young, that you don't look good, you have a dark skin, and you are not very beautiful. So still I'm believing, and I'm overcoming my fears, and I'm believing, I'm trying hard, and I'm on a journey to say that I believe on my everything what I say. And I am on a dream. On a daily basis, I write down my dreams, and I tick mark like whatever I'm doing, like what I keep on writing and writing and writing, because every time I think that every time I think that you are on a journey where you have to believe on yourself, because many times people will say that you are not fit to it. You are not fit to this job. You are not fit to, and people will make you intimidated, and they will make you fearful of your life or of your passion, because firstly you have to believe on your dreams. And I keep on saying that every woman who are here, they should believe on themselves. They should empower, and they should empower themselves, that nobody can make them intimidated of any kind of fear. And because I will say that if your dreams are scary, intimidated, just break them into short term small goals and motivate yourself, because you are on a journey, because success is a journey, not a destination. And thank you very much for hearing me very patiently, and it is a very good moment, and I'm very humble, and I'm very thankful to all of you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kavita. And I could see those emotions on your face. There are some lovely comments in the chat box for you. You should go and watch them. There's so much support. There's so much love for you. Okay, now I love the topics as well. Both Indu ma'am and Chandra sir are giving such interesting topics, and the way they themselves are presenting the topics, it's making it so much more interesting. And I'm inquisitive. Okay, what is it that he wants us to speak on? So yeah, perfect. Kudos to you on that. And let's have our next speaker, Shobna Karthik. Shobna Karthik from Kochi, please. Can you please unmute yourself, sweetheart?
Good morning, all of you.
Hello, Shobana. So yes, I would request Indu ma'am to please give Shobana a topic now.
Hi, Shubhna. A warm welcome.
Hello, ma'am.
So good to see you and equally proud to have you over.
Thank you, ma'am.
So as we all know that Women's Day is just around, though it's an ongoing celebration, you would agree. And you being a woman, you being on this platform today, how would you define an empowered woman?
Wow. Okay, Shobana, your time starts now.
Thank you, ma'am. That was a wonderful topic. That is being a woman, pursuing dreams is a dream for many. I stand on this point because all women, there is a life journey for them where they have to face each phase and they have to cross each phase in that correct age where they are pushed into responsibilities and where they have to push their dreams away. For me, before marriage was my dream, which is true actually. We waited 8 long years to get married. Yes. And on the marriage day, my heart gloomed with joy. My face was so radiant. Yes, the day was so awesome. And 2 weeks went away. Yes, the new life started. We moved to new city. We moved to new apartment. Our life's joy, started with so much joy. We were enjoying. And we all know, the new phase of like married life is where late nights become normal and early rising becomes so formal. For any women, if you even ask today, the tough question would be like what to prepare for the breakfast. Yes. So that was an initial stage where everything, cooking, responsibilities, all were under experimentations. Yes. And that time I would miss on little things where I have been careless. And these come as pointers from family members. Why can't you take care of these things? Why can't you, why are you so careless? You're not fit for nothing. You're just useless. How many times to tell you? Because these things doesn't matter to me because I'm focused more on experimenting new things like how I can impress my family members. So the whole focus, the phase went there. Yeah. For all women, I would put as a request, especially who are going to be married or all the married men, and it is for all. Yeah. Please, the new phase, whoever is experiencing is a transition phase. Understand them. Have empathy, inquire, please engage, please embrace to appreciate their efforts where they are pushing themselves to their benchmark and evolve together, help each other and evolve together. So that is where you support women to achieve their dreams. This I am asking with my whole heart to all the men and women, help each other and evolve together. That is where you can empower women and make her achieve her dreams. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shobana. Yes, that is true. We all need a lot of support, especially when we are entering a new phase of our life. Have some water, chillax, and yeah. But yeah, you have a lot of people supporting you. You should go watch that. And now, may I request Arthur Sherry, sir, to please speak a few words.
Okay, thank you very much. I think one thing which I always say to everyone, the moment you pre-mix the emotions in your talk, you raise your intensity from here to here. And the moment you say it with emotion, it's packed with right emotions. Isn't that true that it just empowers you from inside? And when you are feeling empowered from inside, yeah, I'm talking about you. When you are feeling empowered from inside, then that same energy, the same energy is replicated outside. And don't you think that's powerful? I say that's extremely powerful. And that's what we noticed just now. This is how you learn in public speaking. And I'm proud to listen to what Shobna just did. I mean, look at the kind of emotions she had, and it's very difficult to say something when you are feeling deeply intense about certain things in life. Kudos to you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. We would like to thank our co-sponsor and media partners, Neil David Salon, Nepal, for their association with MS Talks. Thank you, Neil David Salon. Now let's go to the next speaker, please. So the next speaker we have is Rajiv Bungari from New Delhi. Rajiv, please turn on your mic, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, please.
Awesome, awesome, Rajiv. And now I request Chandra sir to please give Rajiv a topic.
Hey Rajiv, nice to see you, man.
Good afternoon, sir. Same here.
Very cheerful. And of course, what do I see next to you on your right? Is that a fan or a cooler?
On the back side is a cooler, a bit obsolete one because I have become a little bit richer. We have placed some ACs in the room. That's why.
So the cooler has this very high power possibility to blow things up. You know, you keep a small object in front of a cooler, it kind of blows up.
Yes, yes.
With the power of speaking that you have, with the power of the speaking that you have, what would you like to blow up from this world? Over to you.
Rajiv, your time starts now.
Thank you very much. So, speaking is a great art, no doubt about that. The only thing which I always say, which I always listen from my mentors, speak from your heart. And that can only be possible if you bring your life in. If you bring your life in. I still remember the day when I was in 9th standard. I first opted that today I will present news on the stage of the school assembly. The day the performance was there, I didn't turn up to the school. I remained at the home and making a plea to my mother that I'm having fever. I was so nervous and so nervous. But I'm always inspired, my teacher going, my friends going over the stage and speaking to the world, speaking to everyone. I always wanted to reach there. I don't know what happened, a bit nervousness or whether I have not performed. I don't have self-belief in myself. I can't explain it right now. But afterwards, I think 2 years back, we have a school get-together. In that school get-together, I still didn't get the chance to speak over the stage because I was not being allotted the mic by my senior colleagues, by the senior schoolmates. But when there was a lunch going on over on the one side of the park of our school campus, I grabbed the mic. I went over the stage. I spoke. That once I got the opportunity to speak, I didn't turn up. But today, now I am going to speak. I said that I am a proud Navugan, that's the name of my school. I have learned things. The learned things means I always wanted to be on that stage. I spoke. I just thank my teachers who were there, who are of 65 years of age, more than 65 years of age. Then I went in front of them. Then I touched their feet. Then I realized what you hold inside is always going to stop you many times in life. What you need to do is to excrete or to remove that out. Go over and remove that, and that can only be possible if you perform again. And with that mission, I on the very first program of Author Series, which held at Gurugram. I just saw the article. I reached over there. I first enrolled myself as a participant. Then I talked to Author Series that can I get the opportunity to speak over this page? Then I got the opportunity and I was able to deliver. So the only thing is what you hold inside can be removed if you have self-belief within yourself, if you have the confidence. And the more you perform, the more you are going to deliver. And this is what I want to convey to the whole world. What is inside you, don't let it rest. Let rest be inside, laid with yourself. Expose it to the world. Say your thoughts to the world. And because I'm nowadays reading a book. In that book, there is a wonderful quote by David Thoreau. And he said that things don't change, we change. So things did not change. The state never changed. I changed myself. I presented myself. I spoke myself from my heart out. And the way you are going to speak to the world, the world is going to listen that, and the world will going to be inspired by that, and the world is going to follow that. That is what the leaders of nowadays do. I want to spread that only message, that speak your heart out, speak, bring your life in, speak with honesty. The world is going to listen, and the world is going to move on. And that is the word we need right now. Thank you.
Wow, Rajiv, that was so much energy, so much energy. I could see all of those emotions coming up. And I have done that too in school. You know, I would tell my mom, but my parents were so smart. They did not let one absentee also throughout my schooling days. But yeah, great story and great speaking. Now I would like to invite our next speaker, Senorita Joyce from Vadodara, please. So she's the eighth speaker, Senorita Joyce from Vadodara. I just realized I skipped one, so if you could make a note of that.
I believe she's not here, so you can invite the seventh one, which is Kavita.
Okay, perfect. So can I please have the seventh speaker, Kavita Mishra from Lucknow, please. Kavita, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Am I audible enough?
थोड़ी कम आवाज आ रही है, थोड़ा सा और ऊंचा बोल लीजिए। कविता जी नमस्कार।
Is it better now?
Yeah, it is better now.
बिल्कुल।
Yes.
लखनऊ के कबाब याद आ रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा एनर्जी लाइए आप।
खिला भी दीजिए।
It's famous for shairi and delicacies.
All right. I would invite Indu ma'am to please give Kavita a topic now.
Hi, Kavita. How are you doing this morning?
Fine, perfectly fine.
Absolutely
Excited
fine.
to be.
All right. So, जब मेरा introduction हुआ था, what was the first impression that was formed in your mind about me?
Multifaceted woman, multitasking as ever, and for which every woman is so very well known for.
Thank you for the golden words. So this is my next question for you, and the question is, ये कहावत है कि first impression is the last impression, right? And also there is a saying that don't judge the book by its cover, isn't it? तो ये दोनों statements आपस में contradict करती हैं. तो आपका क्या कहना है? आप किस पे believe करती हैं? और अगर आप इस पे करती हैं तो क्यों करती हैं? या इन दोनों पे believe करती हैं और दोनों को साथ में कैसे लेके चलना चाहती हैं? उसके बारे में please give your viewpoints. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And as I always, first of all, good afternoon to everybody, every jury member and all the participants. And as I've always believed, I've had a tough life. And because I believe God gives the toughest of roles to his favorite actors. So I believe I'm your favorite who have given me the toughest of topics. Thank you so much. And as you said, yes, both are true. First impression is the last impression is also true in many cases, and books are don't judge a book by its cover, and appearances are deceptive is also equally true. So I believe it's just a matter of chance, and just as we all have individual differences, we have different experiences. It depends on the situation, on the conditions under which we meet someone, we face someone. And especially in today's world, when people mostly meet every other person first time on the virtual world. So in that case, I think a first first impression is never a lasting impression. Because when you meet a person over social media or in a virtual world, you carry a different impression. And when you meet that person in person, that is of a different person altogether. So I believe first impressions is other, first connection is the first connection. The vibes you get from a person is the permanent thing. And I connect to the person immediately or I do not connect at all. So rather than the impression, I believe in the connection I feel with the person. If I get good vibes, I go ahead meeting that person every now and then, whenever possible. And then the impression gets better or worse according to the person and according to the situation we meet in. So situations change, persons change with every moment, with every situation. So nothing is lasting, and as we know, the only constant thing is change. So even the appearances change, even the experiences change, and that is how the impression of a person will also change when you meet him with his family, outside his family, with his friends. A person himself is a complex of so many personalities. How can one impression be a lasting impression? That is one thing. And especially when these days we are meeting a person online first, especially we are talking over call or maybe in Clubhouse or in an app or in WhatsApp, we are connecting. And then we meet a person personally, that is a different person altogether. So for me, both are true, but the other one is more true, we can say, that do not judge a book by its cover. Wait for the person to be in front of you, to have an experience with that person, to judge him before you judge him. I can say this with a personal experience, like हमारा पहला impression दूसरे का जो हम पे पड़ता है, अगर हम उसी तरह के अपने आप को देखें, if I place myself in that situation, maybe I give a different impression to the person rather than what actually I am. Like for example, I saw a boy running on his cycle along with a rickshaw with 3 girls sitting on that rickshaw. So first thing that came to my mind was कि जरूर इस लड़के का 3 में से किसी एक से तो अफेयर होगा जो साइकिल पे जा रहा है रिक्शा पकड़ के जा रहा है. That was the first thing that came to my mind. But very next day, I was in a rickshaw with 2 of my friends, and one of my schoolmates boy was next to me on the cycle. And he just in fun, he just took hold of the rickshaw कि चलो साथ में चलते हैं and तुम लोग को रास्ता नहीं पता है तो मैं दिखा देता हूँ. So that was the case, and he did not have an affair with either of us. He was genuinely trying to help us with the route. So that is when I realized that it is so easy to form impression about others, but when you are in that similar situation, you realize that maybe you are not doing what the other person is hoping you to do or maybe perceiving you as. So that is the day I stopped forming opinions, forming impressions about the people. I believe in the connect I have with that person, the vibes that the person gives me. I believe in that. So I would like to sum up what I wanted to say with this thing, that go by the connection you have with that person, the vibes you feel from that person, what your heart says about that person in the first impression, and that is more likely to be permanent rather than the impression which you have from him. Maybe he is not actually showing himself. He's in a dilemma, he's in a different mental state. He's not actually showing what he is. So how can you have a true impression of this? So wait for an experience with that person, wait for some time, then form an opinion, not immediately. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kavita. So go by the vibes and the connection you feel and judge less. Perfect. So I think we would take number 7 a little later and continue with the list now. Kara ma'am, if you could just let me know if once you understand if Kavita is here, then we will take her. So let me have our 9th speaker, Kamini Kalra from Mohali, please. Kamini, please unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, and a very, very warm and blessed Sunday to each and everyone. Thank you for this. Yes, ma'am, I'm ready for the topic.
All right, now I request Chandra sir to please give her a topic. please give Kamini a topic.
Good morning, Kamini.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Kamini.
Good morning, sir.
You bring in so much of vibrance with
Thank you.
with a simple smile that you carry. Oh my God. You have vibrance personified.
Thank you.
Kamini ji, I'm sure you have this particular piece in your house.
Yes,
What is this?
a scissor.
Fantastic. Your topic is My Cutting Edge Is. Over to you.
Your time starts now.
Thank you. My cutting edge is, wow. Whenever I look at the scissor, I have so many cutting edges which I have in my life. I have cut the old beliefs which I had within me. And the belief was that I am not better than the others. He is better, she is better, they all are better, where I am not. So this was a incidents which took place, in my life, and it got ingrained because when I was young, my mom used to always say, "Dekh wo jaldi kar rahe hai, tu itna time kyun lagati hai? Tera khana bhi abhi tak khatam nahi hua hai." Or there was other times, when the grade system, the marking system was always there, and she used to say, "Usne bhi wahan pe dekho, uske wo first aa sakti hai, to tu kyun nahi aa sakti? Same school mein ja rahe ho, convent mein." Somewhere slowly this got into my mind that, am I someone who was having something less? But there afterwards, on the way, as I started growing, I started identifying myself. This kept growing along with me. However, until I started working. And when I started working, तब मुझे लगा कि when I was not a trained teacher, let me share with this experience. But wherever I went for a first job in a school, and I was immediately hired. I was surprised. I told them I'm not a graduate of B.Ed or anyone. But then this is the place where actually I got to understand what is my real skill. I could deliver very well. And this delivery skill, that gave me the thing that, yes, this is now I have the skill of mine, which I'm going to use. And this is my cutting edge. That is, I am better. I have these skills. I am no less than the others. That gave me that confidence. That brought me to have a goal in my life. That now I'm going to use these skills of mine. I'm going to use the skill and efficiency that I have with respect to my words. I can use it to bring about a change. I can use it to influence a lot of people. And that's exactly what I did. I got another opportunity. So I decided, how do I do it? Where do I get into it? School hai, theek hai. That was, I did it because I had to do something. But then I had in my mind, I started looking out here and there, what are the options or what are the things. In that moment, this is somewhere in 2007-8, trainings and trainers were not so popular. It was mostly for the corporates. They had these kind of sessions. So I had in my mind that I have to get somewhere there. I have to do something over there. 1 minute left. Thank you. And this is the biggest cutting edge I got in my life was I joined a corporate. I joined there because I had in my mind, I'm going to become a trainer. And I joined as an executive, a calling executive. But the aim was there. I got into the department. And then afterwards, it did not stop me from being today who I am. I am Kamini Kalra, mother to a daughter, granny to a grandson, a passive person who's turned into a passionate speaker. This is my cutting edge. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kamini. And this is, I think, the secret of impromptu speaking. There's so many raw stories coming up. There's so much to learn from each one of you. This, so many personal. So what Sherry said, this was a brilliant idea to have this impromptu, We have So much energy here. आप कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे सर?
अब मुझे तो ये देख करके खुशी हो रही है कि मैंने तो सिर्फ आइडिया रखा था, आप लोगों ने तो उसका पूरा पेड़ बना दिया. मतलब there's this complete turnaround which I'm seeing right now, and especially talking about today's championship, what I felt is that people are bringing in those raw and infectious stories which have a lot of emotion and coming from their experiences. And trust me, guys, this takes a lot of guts to say what you are doing. Kudos to you. Please pat your backs like this. You all are awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. And the topics are so intriguing. It's unbelievable. I'm like, each and every topic has been worked for. So yeah, absolutely great. And so everybody, let me make an announcement that we are live on MS Talks Facebook page. So you can go there on that link. It's on the chat box as well. And so you just have to click on that link and you will see the share button towards the right, right under this video. You can go and share it. As soon as you click on share, you can directly share it to your Facebook profile page. If you want, you can post a few lines or something. If you don't want, you can just press share and the work will be done. So yeah, if you're welcome to do that at this point of time. And now let's go to our next participant. Manoj Matta from New Delhi, please. He is our 10th speaker, Manoj Matta from New Delhi. Can you please unmute yourself, Manoj?
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Absolutely great. Thank you for asking. And let me invite Indu ma'am to please give Manoj a topic now.
Hi, Manoj.
Hi, ma'am, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Thank you. So great to have you over.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this question is related to something to the, two different forms of championship I have been witnessing from MS Talks. One is impromptu, as we are having today, and one is where we have a preset topics, pre-planned topics that are given to you. Similarly, there are two different approaches towards life. One, a person is like quite, goes in a planned way. So the question is planning versus agility.
Okay.
Is this clear?
Yeah, planning versus agility. Yeah.
You got that? So you're agile today. You're agile today.
Yes, I'm agile today.
Yeah. So please speak about it.
Sure.
Manoj, your time starts now.
2 साल पहले मुझे कॉल आता है and the call came from Thailand. और मैं घर पे बैठा था and अचानक से I was shocked. मैंने कहा थाईलैंड से कॉल आ रहा है, इंटरनेशनल कॉल, मे बी कोई क्लाइंट होगा. And बैठे बैठे मैंने कॉल उठाया and there was a lady on the other side. He said, Khun Manoj, I have a job for you. I said, job for me? She said, you're working with Pullman, right? I said, yeah, I'm working right now. He said, our GM has worked with you earlier and he would like to have you in our team to handle the Southeast Asian sales. I was shocked कि यार ऐसा कैसे मेरे साथ हो रहा है. And they said, you have been selected out of 100 participants that we have evaluated for Pan India. और मेरे पैरों के नीचे से जमीन निकल गई. I was looking at ये क्या हो गया मेरे साथ. So ऐसे ही बहुत से इंसिडेंट मेरी लाइफ में हर बार हुए हैं, हर साल हुए हैं. It started when I was in class 6. It went on till the age I was in class 12th. It went on in my career, and even 2 years back when pandemic came, I lost my job and I got this opportunity to come back to India and start my own venture where I wanted to train people and I wanted to help students identify their career. ये मेरे साथ ऐसा हमेशा agility में ही हुआ है. Planning was always in water. ये पानी की तरह planning आई, बनी और गले के नीचे चली गई. हमेशा God का, मेरी life का हमेशा plan अलग होता है. And this is not just with me, with everyone else. Agility is the way of life. You can plan something, but what's in the book for you? How things will turn. That's how things happen in life. लाइफ को हमेशा पॉजिटिव लेंगे तो पॉजिटिव वे में ही आगे बढ़ेगी. लाइफ को हमेशा इम्प्रॉम्प्टू लेंगे तो इम्प्रॉम्प्टू ही आगे बढ़ेगी. इसीलिए इम्प्रॉम्प्टू चैंपियनशिप में ही पार्ट लेना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. And that's how you can tackle the problems in your life as well. You have to be agile. You have to work towards the improvement of your life every day, every moment. सब problem को उस moment में, उस पल में, उस जगह पे वहीं रोक दो. उस फोन का वेट करो जब आपके फोन में आपको कॉल आएगी और आपको बोला जाएगा आपकी लाइफ चेंज हो गई है. ऐसा ही फोन एक और एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहता हूँ. कुछ टाइम पहले मैंने किसी को एक मैसेज किया था. उनका नाम था ऑथर शेरी. एंड आई रिक्वेस्टेड हिम, सर आई वांट टू लर्न पब्लिक स्पीकिंग. एंड उनका मुझे फोन आया and it changed my life forever. So that's how things change for you. That's how I came into public speaking as well. So life is total agile, working from place to place, one place to one place to one another, one thing to another. So be agile, be positive, be confident. क्योंकि life कब turn लेगी, बुरी चीजें होती रहेंगी, लेकिन आपको पॉजिटिव रहना है, आपको कॉन्फिडेंट रहना है. एंड when that call comes, take that call and change your life. Be agile. Planning कभी काम आती है, कभी नहीं आती. Always be ready for that zing. Have a good day. Thank you.
Wow, awesome. Manoj, actually you were smiling throughout the conversation, and everybody else in the room was also smiling, because a smile naturally and scientifically is proven to create that mirror imaging in everybody else. Author sir, did you notice anything different or special about Manoj?
Oh, my observation was slightly different. I think everybody has mentioned that. I think some of you have mentioned that, not everybody. The way he started, that's one of the best starts you can ever do in any format of championship. Start with a story. कहानी के साथ शुरुआत करें और कहानी के अंदर कहाँ से कहाँ क्या सफर तय हो जाता है किसी को पता भी नहीं लगता, और मैसेज कहाँ से क्या बन जाता है, कैसे कारवा बन जाता है ये पता भी नहीं लगता, और अपने आप ही बहुत अच्छा टॉक क्रिएट हो जाता है. That's what we noticed, what Manoj did. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. We would like to thank our co-sponsor and media partners, Neil David Salon, Nepal, for their association with MS Talks. Thank you, Neil David Salon, for being with us, for continuously supporting us. Thank you. So now let us invite our next speaker, Kanupriya from Delhi. She's our 11th speaker, Kanupriya. Kanupriya, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, good afternoon to one and all present here. How are you? I hope you all are doing great. Are you guys ready? I just want to hear you. Any one of you can say me. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't hear. Are you guys ready?
Yes. Ready.
One more time. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
That's what I want to hear from you. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you also, Sherry. Thank you, Zuri, for being with us. It's great. It's great to be here. Yes, I'm ready for my topic.
Chandra sir, can you please give Kanupriya her topic?
I just sank in my chair and I'm devastated by the energy that she has.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you, Kanupriya, for occupying the entire space in this wonderful platform. You're all over the place at this moment. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Kanupriya, are you feeling nervous at all?
No, sir. Pat on my back. Just take a deep breath. And I can drink water as well.
Thank you. Kanu, what do you see in my hand?
It's Santa Claus.
What does Santa Claus bring?
Gifts.
Oh, Santa Claus, bring me this is your topic. Oh, Santa Claus, bring me.
1 second, sir.
Oh, Santa Claus, bring me 2, 3, 4. There you go.
Your time starts now.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Santa Claus is coming the way, on my way to go. Santa Claus is coming to way, on my way to go. Here I am. So everyone wants a life that we want something interesting. We are waiting for. So here I would like to say that I want something from Santa Claus. That I really want, that I have a dream. I want to become a great public speaker. Now, let me tell you this with the help of a small story. If I talk about my background, I belong to MTech in computer science and BA. Computer science and public speaking, how these things can relate to each other. People are questioning me nowadays because I'm into this profession nowadays, public speaking. I'm presenting myself at various platforms, giving live sessions, group discussions where I'm working right now. And they're questioning me, how you can do it, how you are doing it, how you are presenting yourself. The only question they ask me this, and answer to that I have is, it's my passion, it's my zeal to reach that zenith. I would say that. This is something I demanding from Santa, that please help me to reach, help me to become a good public speaker. And I don't want to answer those people who are demotivating me, who are just doing me letting down like this. I want those people around me who are pushing me up and make me my shoulders do not slouch, because I want positivity around me. And I know that Santa always brings positivity, happiness, cheerfulness, and their joys for every one of us. Every Christmas, every New Year, we take new resolution that we will be doing this in the coming year, we'll be doing this in the coming year. This year, I have taken this resolution that in the coming year, I will complete my half of the journey being a good public speaker by proving it to the people who are around me, who are creating this negativity around me. I will not let me down and my parents down, because I have that zeal of teaching. I have that zeal of presenting myself in front of people. Why can't I not do? I can do, because I have that inner confidence in me. It's not an overconfidence, my dear fellow friends. It's confidence that I'm taking and carrying with me all over around.
1 minute.
And I'm giving that confidence to you as well. Here, one tip I want to give you, all of my lovely friends. Never let you down. Don't allow anyone to question you. Just prove them by giving them example, by showing yourself on the screen. Right now, hundreds of people are watching me. They're watching me presenting in front of public speaking championship competition. I'm proving myself. And this is something I demanded from Santa this year. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, all of you present over there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kanupriya. Author Shari sir, would you like to ask her something?
Okay, fine. So Kanupriya, आप कहाँ से हैं?
I'm from New Delhi.
Okay जी. अच्छा, गुड स्पीकर क्या होता है? आपने बोला मैं गुड स्पीकर बनना चाहती हूँ. गुड स्पीकर क्या होता है आपकी नजरों में?
According to me, good speaker is the one who is confident. The first most important thing is. Another thing is who is having flow, who is having something to share and captivate the audience with your thoughts. बस उनको अपने आप में captivate कर लेना, उनका mind कहीं और नहीं जाने देना. That's I think that we need to, be a good public speaker.
वो भी कर लिया जी आपने. आप MS Talks पे और क्या क्या करोगे आप?
Yeah, that's what I want. Thank you so much for providing me this
Santa वाला gift मिल गया आपको. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, author sir. Now let me invite our next speaker for today, Sakshi Chaithani from Mumbai, please. Sakshi, are you here? Please unmute yourself.
Hey everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. I hope you can hear and see me.
Absolutely, we can.
Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this platform to speak today.
Thank you. I would request Indu ma'am to please give her a topic.
Hi, Sakshi.
Hi, Miss Indu. Hope you're doing well.
I'm doing very well. And such a, what to say, vibrant energy all over the place. all over the room. It's just a great Sunday, I can say that. So all the very best. Sakshi, I just want you to say something about you that you really want everyone in the room to know. Something special about you. It's not a question, but just want a small introduction.
Okay, so I'll take you down to the memory lane 3 years back.
No. Just one or two statements. Just the highlighting things that everyone in the room should know. We don't know anything about you. Yeah.
Okay, so I basically today stand at a position where I'm helping business owners build their business, those who are solo. I help them to build their business. That's one part of me. I also own a company into learning. So a lot of digital learning is happening today that we all know, and that's what I'm helping everyone to do it. So as a mom, being a mom to a kid of 3.5 years, today I stand at a position where I own my own business, and I keep on sharing my stories everywhere. So that's it.
All right, that's wonderful. So related to this only, I just want you to ask you, what are those key factors, when this is your introduction, you gave your introduction, but when someone else introduces you, what do you think are the key factors to be kept in mind when you make a public introduction? Can you speak about it?
Your time starts now, Sakshi.
So I have been to a lot of people around me where people talk about the kind of energy that you should have, just like Indu ma'am was telling, just as I started, that the energy in the room is quite vibrant. So that is the first thing that comes to anyone's mind when you start interacting with any other person. And according to me, that's the very first point that is compulsory and must be there as a person when you are introducing yourself, because the way you hold yourself, whether it be small elements like body language, or you can say a simple smile on your face, anything that you have with you and how you carry it, how you present it, itself becomes your introduction. That's a silent introduction of who you are, what you want to be, how you look at other people. If you're introducing someone to if you're introducing yourself to someone, it's important that even you are talking in a way where you're giving importance to the other person also. This is second important point that comes to my mind, that अगर आप अपनी स्टोरी किसी को बता रहे हो या आप अगर किसी को अपने बारे में बता रहे हो, तो इट्स ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि सामने वाला उसको उतने इंटरेस्ट से सुन रहा है कि नहीं सुन रहा है. या if we take it the other way, if that person is asking about your introduction, there is some motive behind why he is asking that. So the key is to reach to that why. वो क्यों मुझसे पूछ रहे हैं? जैसे अभी मैम ने मुझसे पूछा, I take this very practical example that happened just now with me. अभी इंदु मैम ने मुझसे पूछा कि आप मुझे अपना इंट्रोडक्शन दे सकते हैं. That's because she didn't knew me, and most of you in the room, you don't know me. So it's but obvious कि आप पूछेंगे कि आप क्या करते हैं या आपका क्या background है. So that's another very important point to tell people कि मेरा ये background है, and somewhere you need to connect them to reality. जो आप कर रहे हैं, जो आपका पैशन है, जो आपका विजन है, वो एक लॉन्ग टर्म स्टोरी भी हो सकता है जो कि फ्यूचर में होगा, बट जो आप करेंटली कर रहे हैं उसे लोगों को बताना इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट whenever you introduce yourself. So although you talk about future, that I want to do this, I want to become this, but ultimately it's also very important that you speak about what you are doing currently and how you are impacting other people currently. बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप किस तरीके से किसी को इम्पैक्ट करते हैं, किसी की लाइफ को इम्पैक्ट करते हैं. आज अगर हम यहाँ संडे आफ्टरनून को सब लोग साथ बैठे हैं, we are listening to each other's story and we are talking about each other. We will be talking about each other even after this show.
1 minute left.
And we'll be talking about any one of the many who are there in the show today, just because we remember that story, or just because we remember how they have made themselves or how they introduced themselves within the span of 3 to 4 minutes that was given to us. So that's from my side. I believe energy and what you want to do and how you're doing it right now are the 3 points that you need to keep in mind when you're introducing anyone. So I hope I did justice to this topic. Thank you for providing me the stage today.
Thank you so much, Sakshi. Thank you so much. Great energy, great pointers. Loved it. And now let's go to our next speaker. I hope I pronounce his name correctly. Sirish Kondinya from Hyderabad, please. Sirish, can you please unmute yourself?
Correct pronunciation, madam. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And I would like to invite Chandra sir to please give him a topic.
Hey, Sirish, how are you doing?
Fine, sir. Thank you. How are you?
From the city of the Nizams. Thank you so much for asking. From the city of the Nizam, the city
Nawabs and pearls.
Nawabs and pearls, and not to forget the Hyderabadi biryani.
Biryani.
Your topic is my life is just like a biryani.
Your time starts now.
Biryani. What exactly is biryani? Is it the same for everyone? Right? And what does somebody mean when they are asking me, your life is a biryani? Come on, sir, my life is not a biryani. It is not a ready-made biryani. I made my life myself as a biryani because God has not given me life as a biryani. He gave me different aspects of life, the rice, the masala, the ingredients, the oil. Now it is up to me to put it together and make it very tasteful because that is in my hands. So if somebody is asking you, is your life a biryani? You say, yes, I made it. I am responsible for it. Right? But you know, when you go back and look at, everybody has this experience. Aaj khana kya khaya? Koi bolega, just dal chawal khaya, sabudana khaya, biryani khaya. So does it mean the person who is having biryani is really great, successful? No. The person who is having sabudana khichdi is also successful because he is having it by choice. So if life is giving you a choice where you can make a biryani or sirf dal, but either of the situation, are you really happy with yourself by making that? That depends how your life is. So the examples can be very, very, very many things. Whatever can be the dishes. What actually is your life? Your life. Like Chandra sir said, my life is like a biryani. Maybe today I am telling it, my life is like a biryani. What will happen tomorrow? What was my life yesterday? I still remember when I was in 10th class, my parents, just at that time we have built a new house. At that point, there were no blank loans, nothing and all that. It costed us so much at that point of time. I still remember my mother and father writing up and down 40 paise for a bus ticket to go to the school and come back. My mother was a teacher. It is a laughable matter now. 40 paisa, please understand. 40 paisa going from residence to school and then from school coming back 40 paisa. Today, when I tell this to my children, it's a laughable matter. No, come on, you are joking. It wouldn't have happened that way, but it happened that way. From that place, now when you are looking into the future, when I was a child and when I am standing here today, I know the ups and downs I have gone. In fact, today, forget 40 paisa, me writing it. There is no 40 paisa today. So if somebody comes to me and tells me my life is like a biryani, first, I feel a little hurt. You are only seeing the biryani of it. How much pain, how much efforts I have done. What is that I have undergone to make my life as a biryani? You are not aware of that. Now I am planning to make it. Suddenly what happens? You hear a voice. You have just 1 minute. Ek pari ki awaaz aata hai. You are all well prepared to make your life self as a biryani and you listen to a voice. You hardly have 1 minute. Then you start regretting. My God, I should have more time, but there is only 1 minute left for you. So what do? Never mind about what others think. Never mind about what you have. Whatever you prepare for yourself, you name it as a biryani. Because your biryani is not others' biryani. It differs. My life is my life. Others' life is others' life. I cannot compare my life with others' life. Therefore, I don't want to tell somebody my life is a biryani because you haven't seen my biryani. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sheesh. That was so exciting. I am now hungry, but that's okay. Yeah, but perfect.
Thanks
I
to
loved
Chandra
all
sir
the,
for bringing up biryani.
yeah, a lot of perspectives just around biryani, just around life. That was exciting to hear. Loved it. Now let's have our next speaker for today, Dr. Divya Pratikapa from Lucknow, please. Dr. Divya, are you here? Can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm here.
Perfect.
Yes.
Now I would love to invite. Yes, yes, you are.
Thank you. I'm from Chennai. I think you said some other place.
Oh, you're from Chennai. Okay,
Chennai,
I have
yes.
written it down wrong. I have my.
Yeah, I'm from Chennai.
I'm sorry. So she's
No
from
problem,
Chennai.
no worries. No worries. Yes.
Now I invite Indu ma'am to please give her a topic.
Welcome, Dr. Vidya. Dr. Divya.
Thank you. Yeah, Dr. Divya.
So what is your expertise? What is your, are you a medical doctor?
Eye doctor, yes. Ophthalmologist, eye specialist.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a very, tempting question. I mean, I really wanted to know. So this is the right way to ask to the right person. So as you know, the medical sciences have advanced so much, and the life expectancy has increased a lot. All right, because of the advances. But at the same time, what we see, the quality of life has gone down. In the initial ages, in the initial years, when our grandparents used to be there, the life the quality of life they had gone through was really healthy. But today, the lifespan we have increased artificially, but the quality of life has gone down. So I really want to know from you as a doctor in this line of sight, what do you have to say about it?
Yeah. And my time starts
now.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping.
So I wanted to give the speech in a beach where I can breach and bleach you. I wanted to teach something to you to reach the peach that has no leech. Can you all please screech so that I can stop my preach? How many of you understood what I said right now? Raise your hands. Can you? Okay. How many of you didn't understand what I said right now? Please raise your hands. Okay, it doesn't matter because I just wanted to grab your attention after that biryani talk. We are all hungry. So I wanted to get all your attention to me talking about lifespan and healthy lifestyle. Yes, I completely 100% agree to what ma'am said. We have increased the duration of our life, but the quality of life has come down. Why is that? See, our grandparents and parents, they had a holistic life. They had a very good relationship with each other. They had, their career was also good. And physically, they were very active. And the relationship with their relatives, say the people who friends and neighbors were also healthy. So everything was complete. So they were happy inside out. So I think that is the reason that they had a very healthy lifestyle. What is happening to us right now? Tell me. We have a small box in our hand all the time. Don't we do that? And our posture is also like this. We are not standing like this these days. Am I correct? Many of us have gone into that position. That evolution from an ape to a man is again going to an ape. Am I correct? That's what we're all, even I do. But now I have realized that with being a doctor, I'm seeing so many things, even eye problems. Nowadays, kids are getting so many spectacle prescriptions, and I'm seeing that in my day-to-day practice. So I have realized that long living is not the aim of my life, and I have to live it holistically. Few years back, if I turn back and see, the 10 years younger Divya had so many problems, so many obstacles. I don't have time to share all that. Sorry, but I'll tell you that I have overcome all that by myself by leading a holistic life. I have become a hero of myself. I have stopped depending on others. Will he do this for me? Will they do this for me? I have stopped all that. And I have developed a love for myself, love for my parents. Previously, I was just thinking about my problems. So that didn't help me. So when I came out of that and I started seeing everything around me, I have increased my physical activity. I increased my self-love. So many things I have done to improve myself. And now, thank you. And now I'm loving my life. I'll tell you that I'm living a holistic life and the quality of my life is also good. So if possible, whenever the day starts, just imagine what you're planning to do in that day to improve your quality of life. And when that moment, if you remember a girl with a long gown talking about life, holistic life, I'll be very happy. Even if I don't win this competition, I would have won all your hearts, and that's what I want. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Divya. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Haritosh sir, are there any learnings that you would share with us from Divya's speech?
Well, I did not like anything at all. It was pathetic. That's what I said to one of my mentee when she delivered her first talk. So Divya, I think the way you have started with saying something was telling me a couple of things about you. One is that you are very much interested to catch the audience attention and then followed by engagement. This connects me to the second point, which is very important to understand, your presence of mind in the competition. The next line was connected to biryani, straight away. So this is a pro art where you connect your talk with the last talk. That's what usually professional speakers do when they're on the stage. So I congratulate you for not only attempting, but successfully doing it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Divya. Thank you, Haritosh sir, for sharing that. Now let's have our next speaker. She will be our 15th speaker, Nidhi Maini from New Delhi, please. Nidhi, can you please unmute yourself?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and namaste and sat shri akal to all of us. And I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy of the room, really. Yeah.
Awesome. So now can I have Chandra sir to please give a topic to Nidhi?
April, you're being biased. You're giving me all people from Delhi, nobody from down south or west or whatever. You're being very biased.
Oh my God, am I?
Fourth contestant coming to me from Delhi, but Nidhi.
Yes, sir. Hi.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm very good, sir. Yeah.
Super awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Awesome. Yes. Top of the world.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Top of the world. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you see in my hand?
A rose. Yeah.
When did you get last? When did you get? When do you get
Well,
one last?
I wish I get a rose every day, but then the last was, I don't remember. Maybe my birthday. It was maybe. Yeah.
Not sure.
I think it was my birthday. See, I'm like already married for 23 years, so I do not have the luxury of having roses.
Are you telling me he did not give you a rose on the Valentine just now?
Oh, I was in Kartarpur corridor in Pakistan, so we were, celebrating our Valentine separately.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nidhi, life is not a bed of roses, is your topic.
Great. I'll just catch
time starts now.
I'll just catch a drop of water.
Yeah, please.
Life is not a bed of roses.
Okay, I start now?
Yes, you can start.
Gulab, right? वो गुलाब ही क्या जिसमें कांटे ना हो. अगर गुलाब में कांटे नहीं तो वो गुलाब नहीं. गुलाब के फूल मुझे ज्यादा नहीं मिले क्योंकि मैंने अपने आसपास बहुत बैरियर्स लगाए रखे लाइफ में. लेकिन जो मेरी लाइफ है डेफिनेटली वो एक गुलाब के रोज की तरह ही है. I was just 18 years old when I got married, okay? Just 18 years old. And today, as I speak, I'm 42 years old. I'm soon going to be Dr. Nidhi Maini. I was a mother at 21, mother again at 24. a typical Panju family, where you're expected to be just, splurging your husband's money, get dressed up, go to kitty parties, gossip around, blah, 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 blah. Probably, I could have done that as well. And बहुत आसानी से हो जाता है, उसमें कोई tension ही नहीं होती, बस सुबह उठो, काम हो रहे हैं, सब कुछ हो रहा है. But I indeed made my life a rose, a rose with thorns. I invited challenges in my life because I did not like life a rose without thorns. वो तो artificial हो गया ना. Rose के thorns उतार दिए तो rose की तो वो the essence of the rose is lost, right? So my life is a typical example of, as what Chandra sir said, life is like a rose with thorns, and it's not a bed of roses. But the moment you have those thorns and the pleasure and the satisfaction that you get by removing those thorns and getting the fragrance of rose in your life is something I really aspire for to this day of my life. I really do that. I'm 42, my son is 20, my son is 17, nicely placed in their, respective arenas. What's the point where I can just enjoy my life? But here I am at author Sherry's program. I'm being his mentee. I have got to do a lot in life. And how? If I just keep aiming for a life where it's just a rose without the thorns, without challenges, how do you grow? And when you do not grow, the people around you do not grow. So my mission in life has always been keep growing, keep getting out of your comfort zones. And once you do that, that is where the transformation, the metamorphosis begins. And I'm a living example. People around me, they call me a little, she's a little snob, or maybe dimag kharab hai, enjoy the life. Why are you studying? Why are you having exams every day? Why are you traveling here and there to give your, your fellowships, this and that? But then they do not realize, sleeping on a bed of roses, okay, sab kuch taken care of in life is not what makes you. What makes you is your experiences, your challenges. And when I look back 23 years ago, when I was married off, I took it like, a bird has been caged, because the only thing I desired at that time was a driving license, the freedom, okay, steering wheel life ki apne aane ka, nahi mila mujhe kabhi. But the moment I had my first son, I decided the steering wheel has to be in my life. And wherever I drive, I'll be driving my way through a rose yard, creating my own roses, having my own fragrance. And that is what life has really given me, all that. I'm blessed, I'm blessed for the family I'm in, my grandparents, my parents, the God, the Almighty. And I think what really helped me all this while was my love with the words. And as I speak right now, I think I should end maybe kuch mujhe yaad hai, shayad main bhul bhi jaungi. It was something like this: how you can make your life, even if your life is not giving you roses, as they say, lemon hai, lemon feke to nimbu pani bana lo, right? So life में मेरे कांटे बड़े सारे थे, तो कांटे मैं निकालती रहती थी. और एक मैंने लिखा था थोड़े दिन पहले, आजकल लिखना शुरू करा मैंने, and that goes something like this: देख रही थी लोगों को जो मुझे घूर रहे थे, बोल रहे थे बातें कुछ कुछ जो मैं सुन रही थी. तुमसे ना होगा अब बस करो, ख्वाबों का दायरा थोड़ा छोटा करो. कुछ चीजों की उम्र होती है, खुद ही को छोड़ो, जिंदगी तो औरों से होती है. मिट्टी तो नहीं जो सांचे में ढालोगे, पुतला भी नहीं जो मन चाहा तराशोगे. जान है तो जहान है, जब तक जान है तब तक मेरे दिल में उड़ान है. जहां तक जहान है वहां तक उड़ान है. सॉरी, मिस्टर लिटिल. जहां तक जहान है वहां तक उड़ान है. शुक्र है ख्याल आया, थोड़ा आगे जाकर ये समझ आया, मेरे जैसे कई हैं पास इनके जिनकी कामयाबी ये ना झेल रहे थे. सपने देखना और सपने देखने देना कोई इतना दुश्वार तो नहीं. मेरी तरह जिंदगी आप सबकी एक ही है जनाब, इसमें कोई शक नहीं. तो जिंदगी में रोज है, थॉर्न वाला रोज ही होना चाहिए. कांटे निकालो and make your life colorful and spread the fragrance all over around. Thank you so much, and I sign off here. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Nidhi. Amazing, amazing. Sorry, I muted myself. We have the comments flowing. Thank you so much. And we would like to thank our co-sponsor and media partners, Neil David Salon, Nepal, for their association with MS Talks. Now let's move on to the next participant. Kala Natrajan from Mumbai, please. Kala, can you please unmute yourself?
Hi everyone. Hi April, looking very pretty in a sari. I've never seen you in a sari.
Thank you, Kala. Thank you so much. Much obliged.
Love the energy of the room. Each participant is so good. I can't believe it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Share the same feeling here. And now I invite Indu ma'am to please give a topic to Kala.
Hi, Kala.
Hi Indu ma'am, you're amazing.
Thank you so much. So are you, each and everyone.
Yes.
They are giving, smashing hits, one after the other. एक से बढ़कर एक हैं आप लोग. Kudos to all of you.
Yes.
So, Kala, I just wanted to ask you, आप free time में क्या करती हैं? जब आप free time में होती हैं? This is not a topic, just asking you.
Yes, ma'am. आपको मैं frankly बताऊंगी तो मुझे free time होता ही नहीं है. Right now, I'm a life coach and a speaker and I'm author of a few books. So मैं कुछ ना कुछ करती रहती हूँ. इधर books लिख रही हूँ या coaching कर रही हूँ. I have clients also. Coaching कर रही हूँ, inspire कर रही हूँ लोगों को, encourage कर रही हूँ, motivate कर रही हूँ. लेकिन उसी में मुझे बहुत खुशी मिलती है. वही मेरे बस moments हैं.
तो I just wanted to ask you कि आप music नहीं सुनती क्या?
म्यूजिक सुनती हूँ और बॉलीवुड फिल्म में ओल्ड फिल्म सॉन्ग्स गाती भी हूँ. अच्छा
तो चलो इसी के बारे में.
अच्छा नहीं बोलना चाहिए, वो तो दूसरों को बोलना चाहिए.
ओके, इसी के बारे में एक सवाल करते हैं आपसे. ये टॉपिक है आपका कि व्हाट रोल डज म्यूजिक प्ले इन योर लाइफ? क्या है, क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है, क्या रोल प्ले करता है, अच्छा बुरा व्हाटसोएवर, जैसा आप म्यूजिक को लेती हैं अपनी लाइफ में, प्लीज हम सबसे शेयर करिए. Thank you.
Kala, your time starts now.
Okay, thank you. So music plays a very important role in my life. My music सुनते हो, especially.
You're muted, Kala. Can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, I didn't mute myself. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
हाँ, जब मैं music सुनते हो, ओल्ड बॉलीवुड सॉन्ग्स की तो मैं बहुत इंस्पायर हो जाती हूँ. लता जी से स्पेशली. और उस दिन मैं बहुत उदास हो गई जब शी वाज नो मोर. नॉट ओनली दैट, म्यूजिक इज माय बेस्ट मोमेंट. जब भी मैं काम करती रहती हूँ अपना कोचिंग का एक्सेट्रा, और मैं थोड़ा अभी टायर्ड हो जाती हूँ या मैं थोड़ा लो फील होता है मुझे, immediately I put on some music and I listen to that music and it peps me up like anything. रात को 10 के बाद what I do is I open Star Maker music app and most of the days I just sing something जो भी karaoke में, and it gives me lot of pleasure and I send it to my friends. Because one of my neighbor always says that आप गाना भेजिए, मुझे आपके गाने से practice करना है, because she's not such a good singer. तो मुझे inspire होता है कि किसी के life में मैं contribution कर रही हूँ. She's able to practice with my songs. Not only that, I'm also a part of Buddhism group where we have these English songs of very inspiring ones. The roads are sham, there's lashing rain, but it's the sun behind that I will claim, so on and so forth. So this gives me a lot of encouragement to listen to those English songs. And not only that, but even to listen to peppy songs of Asha Bhosle, but old songs. I'm not much a fan of new songs. Old songs, it gives me a lot of encouragement, and I practice with Asha Bhosle with some of the songs, etc. And that gives me a lot of encouragement. मुझे गाना क्लास अटेंड करना बहुत अच्छा लगता है, क्लास ज्वाइन करना. Lekin what happened was I couldn't join the class because the timings were not matching with my thing, with my timings. And I would love to join some Bollywood music class and other things and sing a lot. what happens is when I sing, all my nerves calm down like anything. And I feel relaxed and calm and happy, because I think happiness is the most important thing in life. In life, we run after many things. I want to be the best public speaker. I want to be this. I want to be blah, blah, blah. But what is the most important thing according to me is happiness. It's happiness which will lead you to success, and not vice versa. So these songs, it is music which give me happiness. And I would love to share that happiness with others, because if I'm happy, I can make others happy. So song is my buzz moment. It gives me relaxation. It gives me calmness. Yes, thank you. It gives me calmness and gives me everything else. I get a lot of relaxation and happiness from songs. And I would request everybody to listen to songs and enjoy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kala ma'am. Thank you so much for that. Yes, I think everybody loves music. There's a space for music in everyone's life. That's exciting. Now I would like to invite our next speaker. And Chandraji, please, I now understand what you were talking about, but I can't help it. We just have people from Delhi all over the place. So
Not again, not again.
okay, so our next speaker is Indu Bala from New Delhi. Indu, can you please unmute yourself?
Indu, are you even there? Indu ji.
Yeah, she's been chatting actually, so she's definitely there. I think she's just mute, maybe.
The only Indu I see is Indu Tikukoli in front of my screen.
I do see Indu Bala in the chat screen actually.
Oh, I thought I have to give a topic to my co-judge today.
इंदु अनम्यूट करो ना आप, इंदु बालाजी आपको देख रहे हैं, आप हाथ भी हिला रहे हो. हाँ, आप ठीक कह रहे हैं.
Now is it okay?
हाँ हाँ,
Yes.
ओके नहीं, बिल्कुल फाइन है.
Yes, sir.
I am yet to place you. Sorry. Okay, you're somewhere there. Oh, putting you on the speaker mode. कैसे इंदु जी, नमस्कार.
Yeah, fantastic. Good morning, sir.
Fantastic. So you're also from Delhi, is it?
Yes, sir.
And your parents, oh, both sides are from Delhi also.
Born and brought up in Delhi.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what's your hobby? Like, what are your top 3 hobbies or top 2 hobbies?
My top 3 hobbies are talk to good persons like you, like Mr. Author Sherry. Wants to meet so many people. And second, my hobby is to sing, to drawing, and each and everything. My best hobby nowadays is to groom myself up to any level.
Interesting. Which means if you have to groom yourself, the first thing you have to go off is perhaps a chocolate. You can't be eating 20 chocolates in a day to be grooming yourself. Right? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
So perhaps you cannot have this chocolate.
Pardon?
You can't have this chocolate.
Okay, sir.
Okay, your topic is, I want to have the chocolate, but I cannot because.
Okay.
I want to have the chocolate, but I cannot because.
Induji, your time starts now.
Yeah. I want to have chocolate, but I can't have. जिंदगी में वो सब कुछ नहीं मिलता जो मैं चाहती हूँ, और अगर वो मुझे नहीं मिलता है तो वो मुझे छीन लेना है. क्योंकि मैंने बहुत बार पहले कहानी पढ़ी थी कि आपके पास 2 बीज है, एक बीज आपसे बोनसाई बनाते हैं और एक बीज से आप यूकेलिप्टस बनाते हैं. मेरे को चॉकलेट मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा ये मेरे ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. मैं इस चॉकलेट को अपनी कहानी से रिलेट करती हूँ कि जब हम चॉकलेट जो मुझे नहीं मिला है वो मुझे बनाना है, वो मुझे छीन लेना है. जैसे बीज को जब हमने जमीन के अंदर डाल दिया, उसके पास 2 ही ऑप्शंस होते हैं. जब उसके पास निर्धारित परिस्थितियां नहीं होती हैं और सब कुछ नहीं मिलता है तो वो बोनसाई बन जाता है. अगर उसको सब कुछ मिलता है तो वो पेड़ मिल जाता है जिससे टनों टन लकड़ी मिल जाती है. अब मुझे चॉकलेट मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा ये मेरी परिस्थितियों पर निर्भर नहीं करता, ये मेरे अपने अंदर जो चीजें है उसके ऊपर निर्भर करता है। मुझे सच में अगर वो चॉकलेट चाहिए तो मुझे आसपास की जितनी भी मेरी परिस्थितियां हैं उनको इकट्ठे करके मुझे अपने जीवन को इक्विप करना है और अपने जीवन को मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल बना देना है। ये मेरे ऊपर है। कभी मुझे पेरेंट्स नहीं मिलते, कभी मुझे इक्विपमेंट्स नहीं मिलते, कभी मुझे पैसा नहीं मिलता, कभी मुझे दोस्त नहीं मिलते, कभी मुझे कंडीशंस नहीं मिलती। ऑल दीज आर एक्सक्यूजेस। यस माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, मुझे जो कुछ भी नहीं मिला है वो सब कुछ एक्सक्यूजेस है। लुक एट द बेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ आवर लाइफ, जो मुझे मिला है वो सब कुछ गिफ्ट है और मुझे बहुत कुछ मिला है, अबंडेंस मिला है। आई रिमेम्बर दैट देयर इज अ वन पर्सन, अब्राहम लिंकन की स्टोरी से मुझे याद आता है। देयर इज अ वन पर्सन अब्राहम लिंकन, उन्होंने से एक पर्सन ने पूछा कि ओके इफ यू आर अ बेगर, यू आर गोइंग टू आस्क समथिंग फ्रॉम मी, आई कैन गिव यू टन्स ऑफ डॉलर, बट द मेन थिंग, अगर तुम मुझे अपनी एक आंख दे दो तो मैं तुम्हें 10 लाख डॉलर दे दूंगा। एंड द बेगर सेज, ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है कि मैं अपनी आंख आपको दे दूं? द सेम थिंग इज कम्स टू मी इफ आई वांट ए चॉकलेट। तो मुझे वो चीज जो मेरे पास है उसको एसेट मान के जितनी चॉकलेट मेरे को चाहिए मुझे वो छीन लेनी दुनिया से, जमाने से, अबेंडेंस से। और दो आई हैव ए वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग फीलिंग इन माय लाइफ कि अगर मुझे कुछ चीज छीननी है ना तो मेरा एक फंडामेंटल रूल ऑफ माय लाइफ है, हे ईश्वर मुझे अपनी शक्ति का माध्यम बना। सबसे पहले आई प्रे टू गॉड, देन आई इक्विप ऑल द assets of my life, and then I focused on one thing and then I grab it, and definitely I will grab it. It is in my life. मुझे जो चाहिए वो मुझे मिलता ही है। जरूरी नहीं है ना सबको सब कुछ मिल जाए, लेकिन अगर आपके अंदर इच्छा है ना तो आपको चॉकलेट मिलेगी ही मिलेगी। 101%। 100% तो एक अलग चीज है सर, 101% एक चीज है कि मुझे वो चॉकलेट मिल ही लेनी है, मैं वो छीन लूंगी, जमाने से छीन लूंगी। क्या मुझ में वो चॉकलेट लेने की इच्छा है? क्या मुझ में वो चॉकलेट लेने की इच्छा है। मुझे लगता ही नहीं कि मुझे कोई जिंदगी में चॉकलेट मिली ही नहीं। सिर्फ चॉकलेट तब तक नहीं मिलेगी जब तक मेरी इच्छा 100% प्योरिटी पे नहीं उतरेगी। और मेरी 100% इच्छा उस चॉकलेट को ग्रैब करने की प्योरिटी पे पता है सर कब होती है? जब मेरा फोकस कंट्रीब्यूशन में होता है। इट इज टोटली बिलीव इन माई सेल्फ। अगर कोई चीज मैं अपने लिए मांग रही हूँ ना तो हो सकता है भगवान इसमें कुछ डामाडोल कर दे, लेकिन अगर मैं वो चॉकलेट सबके लिए मांग रही हूँ ना, सो मतलब ही नहीं बॉस, मतलब ही नहीं कि भगवान भी विवश ना हो जाए मुझे वो चीज देने के लिए। मैं उसको मजबूर कर दूंगी, मुझे ये चीज इसलिए चाहिए क्योंकि मुझे सब में कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट करना है। एंड इन माई लाइफ कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन इज द मेन थिंग। मैं अपनी चीज को, हर चीज को कंट्रीब्यूट करती हूँ। एंड आई बिलीव लाइफ इज ए चॉकलेट। वो आपको उतनी मिलेगी जितनी आप बाकियों के साथ कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं। एंड आई कैन ग्रैब दैट chocolate of my life and essence and smell and taste because I strongly believe I am a very good contributor. तो मुझे वो चीज मिलती ही मिलती है मेरी लाइफ में। That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Indu. There was in the chat that biryani ke baad abhi chocolate. So yeah.
And ma'am, what would I like to you that your appearance is just like chocolate.
Oh.
And you have a very stunning personality. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. That's obliged. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for myself.
All right. So now I think we would go on a 15-minute break so that MS Talks team is still going to be live. I would request the judges.
No, I think we have one speaker left after that, April.
After that. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. My mistake.
It's okay.
All right. So we have our 18th, our last speaker, the final speaker for today, Chandra Mishra from New Delhi, please.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Hi, Jitendra. Awesome to have you. And now I request Indu ma'am to please give him a topic.
Hi, Jitendra.
Hi, Indu ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So this is your first time, or you have given the performances earlier as well?
No, I have been part of this kind of situation earlier.
So it's a long journey.
Yep.
And lots of learning all the way,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Yep.
So I'm sure you must have heard this word there's a new buzz, unlearn, to unlearn things. We keep on learning, but there's a word that is some significance that is called unlearn. So that's your topic, the relevance of learning and unlearning in your life. Thank you.
Your time starts now, Jitendra.
Thank you so much. My dear public speakers, think about 2 years back when we used to be on the platform, which is not virtual, which is in actual platforms. And we all used to utilize that wonderful platform while going left, right, center. And we used to talk to the live audience by looking into their eyes and by observing their body language, that how they're getting their thought. But all of a sudden, 2 years back, something bad happened with all of us. And that bad thing comes with a lot of hidden opportunity. While many people are looking on the challenges that now we are not going to meet in person, I was the one who was looking and trying to identify that hidden opportunity, that how I going to unlearn to being on the virtual actual stage, and how we need to learn to be on this virtual stage. This journey was not easy. Trust me, talking to the live person and then talking to the camera is not an easy job. But my dear friends, I have taken this initiative. First, what I have started doing this to unlearning. I started giving message to my mind that this is the actual scenario. First, I need to accept it. There are many of my friends who used to be my co-speaker. They have decided to take rest. They have just decided, I'm not going to learn this virtual world. कितने दिन होगा ये? थोड़े दिनों में खत्म हो जाएगा. Again, we will be back to the actual stage. But I didn't give up. And during this journey, I met one of the wonderful person named Haritosh Srivastav. And I become part of the 21 days video making challenge, where I get friendly to how to talk to camera, how to be friendly on the camera. During one of the sessions, as I mentioned, I used to talk to the live audience. There was a topic where we have to talk to the imagination audience. No audience in front of you, but you have to prove that there is an audience sitting in front of you. I did that. And to deliver that 5 minutes talk, I took 20 plus retakes because I was not able to give that actual look that yes, there is a person sitting around me. How it helps me, that is I'm going to share with all of you. I have unlearned that I have to speak with the live audience, and I have learned that I can speak with camera. Recently, I get opportunity to give my Joe's talk speech. When I entered that room, the first thing I heard that you have to speak with camera. First thing, which I have unlearned and then learned. Second thing, the instruction was, you have to pretend that there is a live audience sitting. My second, unlearn, then learn. When I was on that stage, I closed my eyes and I thank myself. Thank you so much, Jitu, that last year you have unlearned 2 important things and you have learned 2 important things, which is going to impart you in this wonderful stage. This is the stage I was waiting for a long time. So at last, I would like to give you one simple message, my dear friends, that if you wanted to become a public speaker, if you wanted to become a wonderful person in your life, it's not necessary that we can only learn by learning things. There are some things which we can hold off, and that will give us an opportunity to grab something new. With that note, I would like to hand over this stage to our speaker. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Jitendra. That was exciting. And yes, learning and unlearning is something that we do throughout our life. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. And yeah, we would like to go on a break. And Chandra sir, आपने अभी देखा होगा that दोनों ही मेरे दिल्ली के थे, तो मैं आपको change करके भी नहीं दे सकती थी. And now Yeah, let's go to a 15-minute break. I want all of you guys to come back. Just grab your water, grab a juice or something, really quick. And please come back. MS Talks team, let us all be live. The jury needs some time to evaluate and make their decision. So yeah, requesting all of you to come back in 15 minutes. Let me see the time. So Oteshari sir, is there something that you would like to add?
No, that's all. In addition to what you were saying, let's all resume at 1:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time. 1:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Let's go and have some refreshment or get some refreshing vibes, get some air. And by that time, MS Talks team and honorable jury will present us the final result, and we will prepare that. And meanwhile, all the felicitation part will be ready. And I think that 15-minute window, we just need that only, and rest all is good. And what we have noticed today is fantastic, amazing.
Yes, absolutely. So let's take a break and come back at 1:45, please.
I'm allowed to say something, April ma'am?
Yes, yes.
कविता भी बुलाएंगे आपको, कुछ जनरल तो नहीं बोलना ना?
General, I wanted to thank you all for making this a learning experience more than a competition actually.
अभी बुलाते हैं अभी कविता आपको, अभी अच्छे से बुलाएंगे यार, अभी थोड़ा सा अच्छे से आपको बोलने के लिए बोलेंगे, है ना? अभी लॉग आउट हो जाओ 2 मिनट के लिए प्लीज। अरे नहीं कोई बात नहीं, कम ऑन, आई अप्रिशिएट।
Yeah, we love the energy actually. We just want you to save it and give it back to us a little later.
Super Suresh, Indu, please log out for 15 minutes if you don't mind, है ना? राजीव आप भी लॉग आउट हो जाओ ना, कहाँ चले गए? लग गया एसी, अब ठंडी हवा खाओ। हाँ चलो राजीव आप भी लॉग आउट हो जाओ अभी। राजीव जी कहाँ चले गए? हाँ, थैंक यू। All right, thank you very much honorable jury, Chandra sir, Indu. मजा आ गया, मतलब the topic were outstanding. I could not say anything in words, मतलब beyond words थे जो भी था, मजा आ गया।
In fact, it was a good learning experience for me because Indu was absolutely at the cutting edge of giving away such wonderful topics. So good learning experience, Indu. Thank you so much.
बहुत अच्छा बैलेंस चल रहा था, मतलब आपका जो स्टाइल है और इंदु ने जैसे प्रोबिंग करा सबके साथ, बहुत रिलेटेबल।
It was a contrast, exactly. And it's always a learning. It's always a learning that I carry back. Yeah.
Okay,
thank you so much, Chandra sir.
Okay, Ji. So not to taking much of the time, I know you also need quick break.
Yeah, I need a bio break.
One second. Let me stop the recording also first.